So this is a xylophone. Sounds decent, but so that's always fun. And then on the other side is our soundboard, which just makes a lot of ridiculous noises. But you could use this little stick, and you could like hit that like that. So just a little fun. You could split them up, and they could all be making a lot of weird noise, maybe singing songs. Taste bed. So at the taste bed, there's actually not so much to taste right now, but there are 2 crops growing here that would be good to taste in the future. So there are these tomatoes, and once again, counting the tomatoes, seeing what color they are. And then these are peppers over here. And none of our peppers this season have been doing too well, not really producing, but those are pepper plants. This fell. So.
I was like, wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
What is that, velvet? It's beautiful.
And this is our smell bed, which is completely overgrown herbs. So it's kind of exciting. It just looks like a forest, and if you just touch any of them, they're all gonna smell. This is oregano right here. Yeah.
Yeah, I can smell it.
This one over here, the thinner long leaves, that's rosemary. Oh yeah. So good. Similarly, some rosemary over here. And then this over here is sage. So we have sage, rosemary, oregano. And oregano is kind of taken over the whole space.
Yeah. Oregano's winning that war.
Touch bed. The touch bed is really exciting because there are 2 different crops in here that feel very different, even if it's only the leaves. So here I had to think, like, wait, what if our crops don't produce anything? What would actually be good to the touch and would be like different from each other? So I chose eggplant up front and cucumbers. And I'm gonna let you touch the leaves and tell me the difference between them.
Uh-oh, this is fuzzy. And I have a feeling that this is gonna be, what? Wait, well, this is crunchy too.
It's like spiky.
Oh my gosh. This is spiky and crunchy, and this is like...
And then there happened to actually be
Smooth.
fruit
Oh
on
my
the crop. So
gosh.
if you take a little peek, there is eggplant here, and you could also touch that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a cute little eggplant. And these actually are mini eggplants that are growing, so they're not going to grow much bigger than this.
Amazing.
And you can see there are other flowers here. So we're going to have eggplants, even though it's taking a little bit long. So the eggplant is also smooth to the touch. The leaves are fuzzy and soft. The cucumber, you see a bumblebee there doing some pollinating. The cucumber leaves are crunchy and spiky, a little weird. And then the fruit itself also has spikes on it.
Wow.
So completely opposite
is
from the eggplant.
Yeah, it's true. Like, cucumbers are like spiky.
Yeah. And typically in the supermarket, or like when farmers harvest their cucumbers, they
smooth.
wipe off
Yeah,
all
exactly.
of the spikes.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
as they grow on the plant, they are spiky. So that's always fun for people to touch. Eggplant, cucumbers. This area, this is solely plants for the sake of putting something in the bed. We had extra, but the point of the U shape is to be able to open up the space and use it for activities of some sort. We have a tic-tac-toe board right here that some of my farmers made, just on the tree stump. So got some Cookie Monster rocks and Ladybug rocks. That's fine, I don't know what all that is. And then tomatoes straight ahead. And you can actually see there are no very few tomatoes on these in like relation to the ones up there. So there's
Because
more
there's
sun,
less sun back here,
This
more
is a
sun up
ridiculous
front.
spot for growing anything.
Yeah.
But at least there's green. Over here, those are peppers that are tiny. You can't find a single pepper on them. And over here, there's more eggplant. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna leave everything in the ground. But for the most part, this is kind of, next year we'll probably do leafy greens back here.
Nice.
We just had extra crops. What else?
That was amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty much the space.
What do you want people to know in general?
I think a fun activity, I'm going to just demonstrate a fun activity that we do with the kids, because the little ones really like this.
Okay.
And then you guys would be able to lead this. So I ask the kids, what's your favorite fruit or vegetable? Or did you have a fruit or vegetable for breakfast? Something like that. And they're all like, and I tell them, so think about that fruit or vegetable, but don't tell me what it is. Think about it. Okay. And now I have all the seeds. And we're pretending here. I have all the seeds, and I'm gonna hand you your seed. Keep it safe. Keep it safe. Don't drop it. I hand them the seeds, and now we have to plant our seeds. So we have to get really, really small. Okay, so we're gonna get really, really small. We're gonna plant our seed, and then what happens? What does the plant need? Water, sun, whatever it is. And the seed starts to grow, and the roots start digging into the ground. So now your fingers are the roots. You're digging into the ground, and then the water comes and the sun comes out, and you start to grow. Slowly, slowly grow. Slowly, slowly grow. You keep growing, and your stem starts to grow, and it's getting very strong. And you're growing more, and the water keeps coming, and then you have a flower. Awesome. And then you can see there's flowers here, and there were bees pollinating the flowers. So the bees come to pollinate that flower. So then the adults in the group, whoever's extra, can be come pollinate, and then the kids will go wild because the bee is coming to pollinate their flower. And so then when the bee pollinates the flower, gets all the food that they need, the flower turns into a fruit. What fruit or vegetable are you today? And they yell out their favorite fruit or vegetable. And I was like, oh my God, it's an apple. Now take a bite of your apple. Oh, there's a seed. Spit out the seed. And plant that seed in the ground, and so on and so forth. And then they get the whole
point
concept.
of what the whole cycle of life and how.
There's definitely like a lot of space in this area to gather in circles and do fun things like that. In addition, watering is a great task. So if you're here in the mornings and it looks dry, today it's looking very damp actually.
Yeah, because it rained.
It rained. So if that's not the case, if it is dry, we have all of these children's watering cans, and they could be filled up from this thing right here. My crew fills this up right now. It is to the top, and then if it ever is empty, we fill it up. And in terms of how many watering cans, with little kids, I don't really worry so much. The reality is each of these big beds here needs at least like 4 to 8 watering cans on a dry day.
Gotcha.
And then each triangle there, I say, needs 3. So with the kids doing it, it's really just like go for it. You're not gonna overwater in this space.
Yeah.